Hey guys, welcome to your second bottle for this week. This is the bottle that we're integrating, okay? So this is basically what the collective is working on right now. It's very different than yesterday's Clear Over Gold. Ooh, a little bit more calm. That mid-tone royal blue on top and that mid-tone olive on the bottom. I'll save the name for the end. So basically this bottle is really bringing up the way we relate to each other, relationships, our tribe. You know, this quarantine has had us at home or in our own space more than ever, having more opportunities to think about things, to reflect, to connect with our own truth, perhaps more than we've had the opportunity to in a very long time, in a very real way, because it's not like we're on vacation connecting to our truth or on a retreat in nature. We're in our normal lives at home, met with our truth. And so we've all experienced this in different ways. So this bottle, this frequency of the mid-tone royal blue and the mid-tone olive is really bringing up harmonizing our relationships and clarifying them. So with that royal blue, it's all about opening up to our inner gifts that we all have as human beings, of intuitive clarity, being more perceptive. Probably yesterday, that's why we talked so much about sweating, so that we can get more clear, to even be able to open up to have better perceptive skills. So for example, how does that help you in relationships? Well, when you're interacting with new people, friends, family, whoever it is, coworkers, the more perceptive you are and you're able to pick up more subtleties and the way we interact with each other, it gives you a lot more information, social information, to work with. One of the biggest fruits of that is that it allows you to have more understanding for where the other person's coming from, so that you can be more receptive. So the mid-tone olive is this idea of having, a heart-centered leadership. Like, you know yourself, you know your truth. You favor cooperation over competition, yet you stand up for your truth and that power of the divine within you. So when we're entering into relationships in olive, we're in our power. We're showing up for the greatest good, yet we're not going to sacrifice ourselves either. We're honoring ourselves, and our total acute perceptive abilities are on, and we're able to have more compassion for the other person. So this is really helpful right now. Also the fact that olive is coming up in the subconscious, the bottom color, it's showing that we're going through this big transition with the way we relate to each other and our social tribes and who are our friends, and all of these things are coming up for many people right now because we've had an opportunity to be more aligned with our truth. So it's really exciting because the energy of this bottle really helps to refresh any sort of long-term partnership, or it helps to cleanse out any bitterness. So olive, it's literally, if you think of the fruit, the olive, it goes from bitterness to sweetness in a transformation process, and it's so beautiful. And it's not until it becomes sweet that we eat it. So this olive in our subconscious right now is really supporting us and letting go of the yellow and the olive, yellow and green to make the olive. Letting go of the fear, the anxiety, the confusion. Yellow's all about confusion, the shadow side of it. And if we can let go of all of these things, then we can be more receptive to each other. And the power of receptivity and being intuitive and perceptive provides clarity in our relationships. So it's kind of like a clarifying toner, if you will, this frequency. So it does ask us to really sit with who we are now, and it's okay if it's changed. There's a little bit going on about sadness, actually. This royal blue in the top, an isolating sadness that we may have experienced. Maybe it was in the past, or maybe it's a transition now of feeling like a fish out of water with the social circles you were in before, or perhaps it's really nothing to do with your social circles. It's just that you hadn't fully let yourself out yet. So it's actually quite exciting, but there is a process of letting go of grief in this and allowing the regenerative properties of olive, the transmutation from bitterness to sweetness, jealousy, envy, to filter out. And one of the key things about olive is forgiveness. I think this word's interesting. Forgiveness. So I see that as like we're giving. The number 4 represents stability and foundation. So we're giving more stability of spirit. I think of Ness as spirit, the Holy Spirit, and that's what olive is about. It's about inviting the sweetness of the Holy Spirit into our relationships. What would it be like to be in relationships or relating with the Holy Spirit present, with spirit present, whatever you want to call it, divinity, that higher power, current, present? So it looks like now, just with all of the tribal stuff that's even going on with race and this and that, it is having an effect on everyone, down to our own personal relationships. And we're getting this beautiful opportunity of cleansing and clarifying so that we can relate to each other with beauty from the heart, so that we may open our hearts up to each other like we never have before. So the affirmation for this is, I let go of bitterness in myself, in the way I relate, so I can invite the sweetness of spirit, the Holy Spirit, into my life, into my relationships, so that we may enjoy each other's clarity of truth, so that we may forgive and share in love and joy. That yellow in the olive is joy. We can let go of those anxieties about who we think we are, who we're supposed to be, any status stuff. So the last thing I'll leave you with is the name of this frequency. It is an angel. It is Archangel Daniel, which means the merciful judger, basically. So once again, this bottle is saying, out with that judgment. The whole judgment detox thing has become very popular. In with the love, in with the heart. I read something cool yesterday. It was like, basically when you have love in your heart, that's what you end up giving out. So yeah, if you need help in your relationships right now, or you need to transition with your social life, call upon Archangel Daniel. Or if you're in a marriage, it's a long-term marriage, and you felt like the spark's been lost and the quarantine's been weird, call in Archangel Daniel to revitalize your relationship. Or just any friendship you might need help with, call in Archangel Daniel. This angel's all about harmony and peace and truth. And you can really see that in the colors. It does remind me of nature, the harmony, the peace, and the truth, and the cleansing aspects of olive. And remember, olive, the word, it's a circle, right? And live. So it's helping us to go out with the old, in with the new, to keep circulating energy, to keep circulating breath and oxygen, so that we can continue to purify, cleanse, evolve, create, connect, manifest spirit on earth. Thank you.